Hello, I'm going to speak to you today about neoliberalism and its discontents. The financial crisis, the environmental crisis that we are facing, and the rise of Donald Trump can all be linked with neoliberalism. Why is it then that those on the left-hand side of the political spectrum have yet to offer a viable alternative? Imagine that the, the imagine that those who lived in the Soviet Union had never heard of communism. It seems absurd, but many people in our Western society are unaware of what neoliberalism is. They Many people have never even heard of the term neoliberalism, and even fewer could give you a reasonable explanation of what it is. Could you? Are you aware of what it is? Could you define neoliberalism and explain it to somebody who had never heard of it before? This anonymity that neoliberalism enjoys is both a symptom and a cause of its power. Neoliberalism, like I mentioned, has played a major role in many of the crises that we face nowadays. The financial meltdown of 2007 and 2008, the offshoring of much capital and power, the breakdown of public health and education, the resurgence of child poverty, the loneliness epidemic, frankly, that we're facing in many Western societies at the moment, the eradication of many ecosystems, and, I mention once again, the rise of Donald Trump and Brexit. The thing that we do, however, when faced with these problems, is that we tend to look at them in isolation, and we don't link them with the ideology that we have been living in for the past few decades. Often, we don't even really see neoliberalism as an ideology, and we just presume that it is the natural flow of things that has brought us to where we are. We, like some form of Darwinism, we should remember, though, that neoliberalism was created. It was a conscious attempt to change the human consciousness in a way, and to shift the locus of power in our society. Neoliberalism sees competition as the defining characteristic of human relations. Within the framework of neoliberalism, a citizen is seen as a consumer, and their choices boil down to what they can buy and what they can sell. This creates a situation in which the market is held in utmost reverence, and it is becoming more and more powerful. Any attempts by dissidents to go against this nature or this environment of competition are seen as inimical to liberty. Tax and regulation should be kept at a minimum. We should be all libertarians. Public services should be privatized within the neoliberal viewpoint. The organization of labor and collective bargaining, for example, through trade unions or the like, are seen as a threat and are seen as going against the natural hierarchy or the natural flow of things. Inequality in our neoliberal society is seen as virtuous. It is seen as a reward for utility. And a cause and a creator of wealth. It is believed by many that this wealth trickles down, but I think many of us know that that is not the case. Any attempts to bolster equality are seen as counterproductive and even morally corrosive, because the market should be held above all, and nothing should really try and interfere with the precious market. We are at fault too. We internalize and we reproduce these creeds. The rich think that they have attained their wealth solely through merit, and too often they overlook the advantages that they've been granted in life, be it education, inheritance, or indeed class. The poor in this neoliberal model too often blame themselves for their plight, and they think that they're at fault for their failures. It's a sad state, and that's a lovely positive note for you all after Christmas. I hope you had a nice Christmas, and I'll write some more speeches soon.